A problem which is not unique to Taiwan. We see the same thing in China, Hong Kong. We see it in Australia, New Zealand, Canada, and other places. I think it reflects a speculative attitude among home investors who think that there's a great future in housing as an investment. And it represents anxieties about the future that make people want to make this kind of investment now. A difficult problem for governments to solve because it's a problem ingrained in human thinking, which is hard to change. I think one thing that can be done is better education about financial markets, about the importance of diversification, and maybe some regulations, regulatory changes that discourage lending in a bubble. I don't know that I would blame the government for it. The government is not the source of all evil. In fact, governments are normally stabilizing. I think and the fact that it isn't just Taiwan makes it seem like it's something about this time in history. One thing that we have at this time in history around much of the world is low interest rates. And this is because of central banks trying to stimulate the economy after the financial crisis. But it goes beyond that, too. I think it represents a 21st century culture of thinking. There's, as I have put it, this is more idiosyncratic thinking of my own. It has something to do with anxieties about a rapidly growing world, about what is my place in the world, what will I be doing, what will my children be doing in future years. So people just want to make a home investment. At the same time, people who own homes already are not happy to see new construction. So they don't support construction of low-income housing. Well, President Tsai has endorsed a plan to create 200,000 new units of social housing in Taiwan. That's a good beginning because I think that we have to overcome the resistance of existing homeowners to change. But I think maybe Taiwan needs a lot more than that to really deal with the problem. I think you have a large number of young people living with their parents. You've heard about this? I guess there's advantages to that, maybe. But I think that we should probably want to get them to move out and set up their own homes. And that also affects the birth rate. Taiwan has a very low birth rate. And that has something to do with the housing crisis. It's had enormous swings in its stock market. Notably, right around the year 1990, there was a huge peak and drop in Taiwan that was record-setting for the world. So it's not like the Taiwanese are exceptionally stable people in terms of their judgments about finance. They've seen big movements in the past. But it's not, of course, I want to say it's human nature. It's not any one country, and it's not the Taiwanese government that's the problem. It's just human nature. People have fears and anxieties and hopes, and they communicate these to each other, and they create big market movements. But I'm encouraging people to try to diversify, and it would be a healthy thing to, if you own only Taiwan stock, to move some into the United States. Not too much. Maybe other places. There's a big world out there.
好，这